Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another show, Soccer As We Like It, the Man United Direction, the channel for United and football fans, the biggest and best fan channel in the United States. Right, let's get right into it. We've got breaking news. As you know, Ruben Amorin arrived today in Manchester, but he won't be working because his work permit is still being processed. But he was able to talk to Ruud van Nistelrooy and tell him, thank you for your services, for providing us some stability. You managed 4 games, 3 wins, 1 draw, 11 goals, 3 goals conceded. Thank you very much. Your services will no longer be required. Ineos told Amorin to make that decision. If he wants Ruud van Nistelrooy to be part of his coaching staff, then that's fine. If not, then that's fine as well. So in that moment, it was said, Ruud van Nistelrooy was told, goodbye, good night on your bike, have a nice day, and a bag of chips for all your services. So Amorin has literally told Van Nistelrooy, see you later. But we did understand the situation because these very players, will throw managers on the bus and say, you never played for this club. I want to relate to Ruud because Ruud is a legend in this club. I don't understand you. It was a good, clean break. You know what I mean? Just a cool, clean break that Amorin needed. You know what I mean? So it was we kind of expected it to a point, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? It was um, United did release the statement, and you know how these things pan out. The funny thing was that none of us expected Ruud to be to join, even though he did emphasize after that Parker game that he's ready, he's waiting for that call, he doesn't mind. He really wanted to be part of this team. I'm not gonna lie to you. You could see he really wanted to be part of this United team, and he did hope and believe maybe um Amrin would add him to his team. But obviously, Amrin had different ideas and said, you know what? I'm going to wipe it all out. Clean slate. Goodbye. Good night. Have a bag of chips and I'll see you later. But you know how these things pan out. Um, were we surprised? Kind of. I wasn't surprised, to be honest. I really wasn't. Because I think for the best going forward, it would have been better because he can't accept a guy who he doesn't even know Ruud van Nistelrooy's capabilities. So it was a case of it could be a conflict of interest. He's always brought his own people. He took them from Braga. He brought them to Sporting Lisbon. He's now bringing all of them with him, about 5 of them. So there was nowhere Ruud was going to fit. He can't just appoint an assistant manager who he doesn't even know his capabilities of. And you know what I mean? It might be a situation whereby there might be conflicts. So, or what was Ruud van Nistelrooy going to do? Just accept a striker's coach, which is a demotion, even though Ruud van Nistelrooy probably wouldn't have minded, but being around, but it just would have been a conflict of interest. So this was the statement Manchester United made. I'm going to read that out to you. Um, I'll read that out to you. And this was what Manchester United said. We all know what they come up with. They always come up with that long, nice, winded, well-worded story. Ruud van Nistelrooy. I don't know, man. I thought about it. I thought maybe he should stay and guide the guy and make him see. But Darren Fletcher's there, so Ruud van Nistelrooy won't be needed per se because I remember Amrin had his last game yesterday against his old club. They were 2-0 down, and I could see the press right now. Oh, he's losing his last game. This guy came from 2-0 down, 4-2, and he put them in a good place, and he left. But why would he appoint Van Nistelrooy who he doesn't even know his capabilities? But these guys he's worked with them for years, and he knows what they need and what they all know each other. You see what I mean? So that was the reason why it wouldn't have worked. It would not work. So I think it's a clean break. I think it makes sense. Um, So RUUD is always will be a Man United legend. We are grateful for his contribution and the way in which he has approached his role throughout his time with the club. He will always be welcome at Old Trafford. Rennie Hake, Rennie Rulower, and Pierre Rorel have all also departed and wish them all well for the future. We will confirm the full men's first team coaching composition in due course, Man United said in his statement. So we wish him all the best in his endeavors, and him and three other coaches were also told goodbye and good night. So this is how it ended. Ruud van Nistelrooy is on his way. He has left the club. Breaking news: he has left Man United. Amorin, because they said, Amorin, you made that decision. We will not decide for it. So he had the meeting with Ruud van Nistelrooy today and said, mate, thank you very much. I got all I need. I won't be needing your services. Have a good day. I wish you all the best. Thank you for stabilizing the team and keeping the seat warm for me. But goodbye, good night. As much as it hurts, I think it was for the best. So as it is now, you can see Ruben Amorin arrived in his Prada shoes, looking good, his hoodie top and his puffer jacket in his hand and his backpack, his Gucci backpack. Oh, it's all nice and gravy. That's nice and dandy. I get it. I get it. I get it. He was welcomed when his minivan arrived. He was looking all dapper. I'm like, okay, excuse me, matey. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, he was there. You could see Jason Wilcox smiling in his brown, smiling like, look at Jason Wilcox. Oh, you could see Dave Ashford. You could see all of them all happy to receive Dan Ashford, to receive Amorin. But this is how it is. But it is what. And you can see Amorin smiling and giggling from side to side. It's nice now, but believe me, when you do your first press conference, they're all going to be nice to you. But when things don't go right, matey. These same guys who are laughing and having a laugh and a gig with you were the first guy to tell you, you know what, mate, it's not working out, mate. But I hope it works out for him. I really do hope it works out for Amorin. I mean, he's going to play the free. The first thing he did say, he did tell the club, I want players with intensity, high intensity players. That means a lot of United players currently, I don't think they're going to make the top cut. I feel a lot of them going to be I feel a lot of the United players are going to be goodbye, good night on your bike. You did not make the cut. He's going to be playing a 3-4-3. I don't think United have ever played that. So this guy is going to need players of intensity. Do United players have intensity? No, not really. So this was him at his last game yesterday, screaming to make sure he didn't lose. He's very intense. He's very aware of what he wants. And, he did what he's supposed to do. And took care of business. He came from 2-0 down to win 4-2 to give them a good send-off, which was also very good. I appreciate that. It's all nice now. When I saw this picture yesterday, let me lift it up here. Hold on. When I saw this picture yesterday, and I saw Ruud van Nistelrooy, the way he was clapping, you could tell it was an emotional situation. It was emotional for him. Bruno scored 2 goals and gave us the 3 points. It is what it is. So, Ruud van Nistelrooy, I want to thank you very much for you were there. 4 games, 3 wins, 11 goals, 3 goals conceded. But, Amorin is here now. He said his first demand, I want high-intensity players. High-intensity players. People like who? Luke Shaw, Rashford, Mason Mount, Casemiro, Ericsson, Harry Maguire, Lindelof. The list is so long. Who's gonna be part of? Drop your comments. Tell us who you think he's gonna put in who he thinks will be good enough to play the 3-4-3 and intensity. It is what it is. But on this note, I want to welcome Amorin. I want to say, Ruud van Nistelrooy, thank you, a legend. You played for the club in the days, 150 goals in 219 matches. Great goal scoring record. You were a great guy. You managed the club for 4 games, 3 wins, 1 defeat, 11 goals, 3 goals conceded. We thank you for everything you did for stabilizing the ship. It has to end this way. Ruud van Nistelrooy, the story and the ship stops here. Ruben Amorin, welcome. Thank you very much for joining Man United, bringing your own crew. Hope you settle in. Those guys laughing at you in the background. If you don't deliver, they'll be laughing and shaking your hand and telling you goodbye and good night as well. So your first match is against Ipswich Town away. The whole world is going to be watching that game. They've even made that game a Sky. It's going to be broadcast live on Sky. The game wasn't going to be broadcasted live on Sky because Ipswich Town is nothing. But because it's Amorin's first game, the world is going to be watching his body language, his intensity, his players. So I've seen the Daily Mirror have said Mason Mount will be very great in his formula. Okay, Mason Mount. All right. On that note, I'll see you guys on the next one. From me, it's goodbye and good night. Amorin, welcome to Old Trafford.